Good morning, operators. Stand by. Stand by. Coffee's hot, frequency's alive. 145.430. You're listening to the morning hum. This is the Coffee Break Net. Steam rising with the sunrise glow. Signals bouncing nice and low. Foothill light and silicon sky. Morning check-ins rolling by. Call sign ready, mic in hand. Voices drifting through the band. RF dancing in the air. Someone's mobile somewhere out there. Heat up, drop your sign. One at a time. You're sounding fine. Sip so don't rush the day. Neck control will lead the way. Coffee on the console. Radio's awake. Morning on the machine. Give and take. Voices in the speaker, smooth and clean. So light riding on the beam. Checking out, don't hesitate. This is how we caffeinate. From the hills to the bay. W6EK Echo Kilo starts the day. Check here. AllStarLink been feeling strong. Echolink brings friends along. Mobile bass or handheld tight. Everyone's sounding right. Morning traffic rolling through. Signal reports 5x2. Laughing in between the keys. Coffee cup and beat my R's. Mic drop, carry a tone. You're never really alone. One more round, take your place. Good vibes on the interface. Coffee on the console. Radio's awake. Morning on the machine. Give and take. Voices and the speaker, smooth and clean. Sunlight riding on the beam. Check it out. Don't hesitate. This is how we caffeinate. Morning voices, RF stream. Coffee break, live on the machine. Good morning, operators. Stand by. Coffee's hot. Frequency's alive. Good morning, operators. Stand by. Good morning. Voices. Stand by. Stand by. Good morning, operators. Stand by. Stand by. Good morning, operators. Stand by.
So I'm in Manchester, UK, and I do hear the American repeaters via networks, the kind of networks that sort of constantly holding check-ins, but I have nothing at all to do with them other than the connector G8CZ.
I listen to you guys quite a bit on the morning coffee break. I'm always coming to I-5 up here in NorCal, and I'm hearing the guys down there in Sacramento area. So I was just wondering if you guys had this repeater up here linked to the one down there in Sacramento. Okay. Have a great day, sir. KC6JYH Portable.
Yeah, I didn't get your name. Cheers, CZD. Yes, well, I also listen to the Coffee Break Nets, but as I say, I'm in the UK. I don't know very much about the networking arrangements they have, and I'm certainly not involved. Other than, like a lot of us, we just listen. Anyway, I'll take your final and let you get on your way and see if the other stations cleared the back patch yet. G8CZE.
Good morning and welcome to the Coffee Break Net on the W6EK Repeater located in Auburn, California. The Coffee Break Net, where the sun is always shining, the birds are singing, and the fish are jumping. This net is sponsored by the Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club in Northern California, and we're here every day of the week from 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Please welcome your net host and conversation facilitator for today's Coffee Break Net, Brian, AI6US checking in from beautiful Meadow Vista, California. Let's get the Coffee Break Net underway, because it's a great way to start our day.
Yes, indeed. What a great way to start our day. Good morning. I'm Brian, and welcome to the Coffee Break Net here on the W6EK Repeater. And let's see, today is Tuesday. Let's see if I can get the date right today. February 24th, 2026. And welcome to everyone out there this morning. It's Tuesday morning. Let's see what the national days are, and then we'll start taking a couple of rounds of quick in and outs as you start your day. So let's see, today is National Tortilla Chip Day. And I imagine a lot of those chips were devoured during the Super Bowl game and during the Daytona and during any of the sporting events as we sit in front of the TV. Tortilla Chip Day. I find it very ironic, though, that on the same day, that National Tortilla Chip Day, today is International I Hate Coriander Day. Yeah, the leaves are known as cilantro and pretty much present in almost any Spanish cooking dish. Today is World Spay Day, and that applies to, I'm sure, cats and dogs, though I have met some humans lately that I thought might benefit from this program in future generations. And today is World Bartender Day. Bartender, the psychiatrist for the blue collar. Good morning. I'm Brian, AI6US. Let's go ahead and get the Coffee Break Net underway with some quick in and outs. Quick in and outs are 2 minutes or less. And drop on in, say good morning, and we'll get you on your way. Good morning, Coffee Break Net, taking check-ins for quick in and outs.
Well, good morning, Brian, KB6SSN. Kilo, November 6th, Mike, Julia Bravo, Tunnel.
Good morning.
Kilo, November 6th,
Rick, North Island. Well, good morning, KC8, Fox Queen, Victor, Mark. KC8.
Whiskey Bravo 3, Charlie Sierra Yankee, quick in and out.
W1FRD, I'm in Vacaville, got to be quick in and out.
Kilo Charlie 6, Juliet Yankee Hotel, Corning, in and out.
All right, the last station, I missed your prefix on your 6 call. Got a 6 Juliet Yankee Hotel. Full call, please.
Yes, sir. Kilo Charlie 6 Juliet Yankee Hotel, portable, Corning.
All right, KC6JYH in Corning. Good morning to Fred, W1FRD, and 89CA. I'm glad you know your call because you fired it off like a like a machine gun, my friend. WB3CSY. Good morning, Rick. KC8FQV. Good morning to Mark. KD6CDQ. Good morning, Rick. And N6CKV, good morning to Carl. KN6MJB, good morning to Thomas. And KB6SSN at the top of the list. I know I missed several of you, and if you would give me some fills, please.
KA3, Victor Golf Mike.
Bravo, Delta
Kilo
Lima.
Oscar 6,
Kilo
Kilo
5,
Mike
Bravo,
Romeo.
Delta Lima.
All right, Robert, somebody doubled in with you there. I'm going to have to refresh your call in my brain. KO6KMR, that's what it is. And good morning to you. And there was one other station in there coming in from, maybe it's K5 Bravo Delta Lima.
Yes, sir. Kilo 5, Bravo, Delta Lima.
All right, very good. We'll be back to you in a few minutes. And good morning to Jimmy, KA3VGM. All right, let's take this list as it stands. And just a reminder, these are quick in and outs. A flip of the soft egg timer. Please keep your check-ins under 2 minutes, and we'll respect other people's time. KB6SSN, good morning, Tom.
Well, good morning, Brian and Annette. I swear I'm not running a kilowatt here. I'm just in a very advantageous place to the mountaintop receivers. Yeah, that's. I've had a couple people comment on that. Anyway, good morning to you. Speaking of high power, I had a lot of fun filming a video with the AllStar HF Auto tuner yesterday. Not very popular on YouTube, but we had a lot of fun videoing it. Anyway, our typical crappy-looking video, but hey, it was fun to do. Also, have a trivia question for you today, Brian. Do you know where we get the word second from? Like in minutes, seconds, hours, minutes, seconds, why we call it a second?
I do not, but I hope that you tell me.
Well, I'm affixing to right now. So, and this is in honor of Ray, by the way. He loved trivia. Well, we break down hours by 60, so we break it down into minutes. That's the first division by 60. Then we do it one more time. We do it a second time. We divide by 60, and that's how we get seconds, because it's the second division by 60. Now, we use a decimal system here in the modern world, a base 10 mathematics system. The Babylonians used a base 60 system, a sexagesimal. That's a sexagesimal system, and that's where we get the 60. They came up with the time keeping system, and it works, so we kept it. But that's why we call seconds, and that's for Ray. KB6SSN. Have a great morning. 7-3.
Interesting. I had just actually watched a video yesterday on why time is measured the way it is versus, other things on base 10. And interesting. Thank you very much. And yes, that is the second division of time then. Have a great day, Tom. And yes, AllStar HF Auto, great tuner, love mine. Would not give it up for anything. Have a wonderful day. Good morning, Thomas, KN6MJB. Heard you mobile this morning.
Yeah, good morning, just on my way back up to Auburn to do more stuff with the house. Wanted to throw out there, we called and talked to Smitty yesterday, so hopefully this should be hitting all of the Facebooks and everything related Thursday evening. Don't really know the time yet. Smitty's supposed to pick it for us. But we will be kind of hanging out at Burgers and Brew up in Auburn for a few hours to, hopefully say hi to everybody and see everybody, and before I have to go back home to Tennessee and, do the fun exchanging stories and stuff like that about Ray, if, that's where it goes. But just want to throw it out there. All are welcome. We're going to take over that place and hang out.
All right, very good. Glad to hear that's going to happen. So Thursday evening, Burgers and Brew in Auburn. We'll get together with Christina and Thomas, and bros to Ray. Rest in peace. All right, Thomas. Well, yeah, he may have just moved into the place, and he may have lived lightly, but I think he's accumulated a bit. So good luck.
Yes, as being one of the few people who has seen the inside of that house, thank you. I know you understand. But it'll happen. It's not going to be terrible. But I will say 73 to everybody. I'm going to turn on his radio and probably turn the radio volume down when I get in there. But be listening to the rest of the coffee break. There will still be noise coming from that place for a little while longer.
What time, bro?
Well, good luck with that, and like we've offered you and Christine, if there's anything that we can do for you guys, just give a holler, and I'm sure myself and many others would be more than willing to give you guys a hand, so let us know if that's necessary or needed. So, Thomas, do have a good day. Thank you so much for helping out, take care of this. It's not a pleasant task, and unfortunately, many of us have had to do this, and it makes me more conscious about, right now, looking around my shack, I certainly hope I do not leave my shack in this condition for Lynn to deal with ever. Have a good day, Thomas. KN6MJB, AI6US.
Yeah, we're keeping it small right now. We're still doing like fact finding, hut and seek in there, and once we get a lot of the information that we're looking for out, then we will definitely be reaching out to people to help with conveyor a lot of stuff out of there. I heard a comment in there asking about the time. That information, whenever it hits Facebook and Groups.io and all that fun stuff, haven't decided on it yet. But anyways, KN6MJB 73.
All right. Very good, Thomas. We'll look forward to that information. And yeah, tough time. The thoughts and prayers go out to you and family. And just give a holler if you guys need any assistance at all. KN6MJB, AI6US Coffee Break. And good morning to Carl in 6CKV.
Morning, Brian, and everyone else out there. Hard to follow that one up. Well, Ms. Ray talked to quite a bit and did mentoring at the I am the last few years. Sat next to him in the equipment out counter. Anyway, I don't have much going on today. Got a doctor and going to try to stay dry. Back to you, Brian.
All right, Carl. Yes, he was. I know he would help out at the testing station there at the Ham Fest and many other involvements that he had. Good morning to you, and good morning to Ruth, and do have a good day ahead. Thanks for checking in, Carl. Always a pleasure. KV AI6US.
7-3, everybody. Have a good Tuesday and 6CKV, and stay dry and idle in.
We'll pass that on. Thank you. Hey, good morning, Rick. KD6CDQ.
Good morning, Brian Internet. This is KD6CDQ, Rick in beautiful town, suburban North Highlands. Yeah, I've been following the news all morning long and all night too, and wow, things are getting hot. We got situation down there in Mexico. We may have to dispatch our military to rescue Americans, similar to the situation we had back in Grenada. I got my fingers crossed. Anyways, other than that, that's about all I got for this morning. This is KD6CDQ 73s.
Yeah, I don't think it's to the level of Grenada, but it would be wonderful if the U.S. would get some planes in there to Guadalajara and into Puerto Vallarta and actually start moving people out. I lived in a country that was under a little regime change while I was there, and they some planes, put them at the airport, alerted all of the Americans there, and we were given the option of going to the airport and evacuating. So, yeah, I certainly hope that. Well, I don't think we need military force to provide safe access to the airports. Certainly, it could have much more disruption than anything else. But hey, I'm just sitting on a couch. Rick, you have a wonderful day. KD6CDQ, AI6US. The world's a crazy place. 7-3.
Ditto.
Good morning, Mark. KC8FQV.
Okay, KC8FQV morning. Yeah, a little bit of that snow. It left. Well, it was still coming a little bit this morning. But they canceled our meeting. They said, Zoom on. Oh boy, my God, I looked at the website. I was just about getting ready to go. I cleaned the car and everything. I went down the road at 5 o'clock, got the mail in there. The road looked nice. Day looked good. And then I was cleaning the car and that because it snowed, and I didn't get it off until last night. My mom came about 6, and she said, the roads are bad. And it was till about 6:30 I finally got everything ready to go, and I said, I'm going to look and see if I don't really feel like going. I looked at that website and said, we canceled, or we are going Zoom only, so I'm glad I looked at that. I would have gone up there and been driving, it would have been really, but yeah, and there was something, the phone calls, yeah, I had a call this morning wanting to check with someone on appointment for my dental out in Pennsylvania. And I just immediately thought it was a garbage call, so I mute the call and I just listen. And then I sometimes now been doing the old toilet flush because I don't want to say anything. So you just give them some audio. I'll give them a toilet flush, and or I'll just mute. Sometimes I'll hang them up before. I just hang up. Decline the call. So this guy is getting crazy. Don't know what to do. So back it comes, KCFQV.
Yep, as a business that has my number posted all over the internet for business contact, I usually field at least 5 or more spam calls a day. And yeah, the very effective way is you just put it on mute and set down the phone, and about a minute later, you'll hear it hang up, and you go on with life. Yeah, almost impossible to get rid of them. Even if you ask to be taken off their list, they don't care. Absolutely. Well, Mark, have a wonderful day. KC8FQV, AI6US. Good luck dealing with the spam calls.
Yep, 7-3.
KC8QV. Oh, I'm doubling. Oh, okay. Good. Hey, good morning, Rick. WB3CSY.
Net last night. That's the first time ever. Thought about it about 10:30 our time. But anyway, the reason I brought that up, I don't know if this has been mentioned already, but those of us that use ham clock, and somebody would take over the server eventually and keep that running, someone is going to do that. So I just wanted to mention that ham clock will continue to live and be updated beyond June. So everybody have a great day. Thanks, Brian. Back to net, WB3CSY.
Yeah, I think it's important. A lesson for everybody is, don't hold your projects too close to your chest. Keep them open, and keep the source available. I know that was a big part of, questioning what could move forward. The only thing I do not like about the new way is the software will now issue multiple calls to all the databases instead of having a repository. That's good and bad. Your thought on that, Rick? First, we'll take the comment from Dan. Go ahead. Yeah, Dan, we did not catch that. Sorry. Hey, Fireside Network, somebody from the East Coast hub. You're given a carrier, but there is no audio, so please check the radio. Go ahead, Dan. WQU again. The comment on the ham clock. Go ahead. Hey, yeah, go ahead, Aaron. Okay, very good. Thank you for that, Aaron. And so hamclock. I think you said .com, and I think there's some information coming out for Innovato users as well. Okay, Aaron, just wanted to let you know you're transmitting on the output frequency, and that's why I guess there was some confusion there. So, okay, yeah, just a reminder, open ham clock, and I know there's DX clock and a couple others that have jumped in there to fill the void as well. All right, let's throw it back out to Rick at WB3CSY. Thank you for that, that there is going to be an update, and will we have to manually install, or is this going to be using the server to do an update?
Yeah, okay, Brian. Yeah, I'm sure going to multiple sites will be worse than a single one, because it's easier to pick up all the data at one time than being scattered around. So I'll say 73, and I was just going to mention, I didn't hear either of the people you were talking to coming through All-Star here. So 73 to everybody, and back to net, AI6US, WB6EK.
Yeah, it suddenly hit me when I looked at my VFO and I saw the signal coming in off of him, and I realized, they were on the output frequency. So yeah, that's why you didn't hear him. He was just mentioning the availability of the ham clock update and open ham clock, and the DX, the other projects that are out there as well. Hey, Rick, have a wonderful day. Good morning, AD Charlie Alpha. Your name and location. Good morning.
Yeah, this Mike here in Southern Illinois. I'm one of Simone's buddies. That's how I found this here. I ain't got nothing to say. In and out, 89CA.
All right, Mike. Well, Glad you dropped by this morning in Southern Illinois, and you have a wonderful day. That was 89CA Mike, first time check-in on my log. And good morning, Fred, W1FRD.
Yeah, good morning, Brian. Good morning, Coffee Break Net. I driving my daughter to school. I heard everybody out in Vacaville. I thought I'd check in. Everything's going fine for me, and I listen every day, but don't always check in. But good morning to y'all.
Well, thanks for dropping in, Fred. It has been a while since you and I have talked, and great to hear you in this morning. And you have a wonderful day ahead. Looks like we're back in for another bit of winterish weather. W1FRD AI6US 73. And that was Patrick into DYI with the key down. Good morning, Patrick. All right. Let's see, moving down the list, up next is a new call from me, KC6JYH. Good morning. Name and location.
Good morning. Kilo Charlie 6 Juliet Yankee Hotel, Rick. In a portable, we're just south of Chico right now. Just wanted to say I enjoy listening to the net. I can hear here in Northern California pretty good. I guess we got a Lynx repeater up here in Corning. So I've been listening to you quite a bit up there, Malalassan area, old station. I can hear you guys really good up there. So if anybody comes up here in Northern Cal, wants to talk Coffee Net, 147-705, or 147-705, yeah. 147-105, excuse me. I just want to let you guys know I enjoy listening to you, and I am connected up to you guys on Facebook, too. I wish I got you guys at Weaverville, though. Have a great day, KC6CYH Portable.
All right. Well, very good, Rick. Thanks for that report. Yeah, the Whiskey 6 Golf Romeo Charlie repeater system up there in Orland started connecting in, I think it was about 3 weeks ago now. And, yeah, it's wonderful coverage, that repeater, all the way up to the border. And, yeah, it doesn't quite make it over the Sierras. We seem to have a little problem on this side getting over to the other side there. Well, drop by anytime, and a pleasure to have you check in today. Thanks, Rick. KT6JYH, mobile safely, 73. Hey, good morning, KA3VGM, Jimmy.
Morning, Brian, and everyone on the Coffee Break Net, KA3VGM, where it's very cold this morning. I think it's about 25 where I am this morning. And I'll be working on my computer today. So when I sign off, I won't be pouring the Coffee Break Net as usual, but I will be back later in the day. So everybody back there, have a good day. And I'm going to try to do the same with my cousin while we work on this computer, K3VGM. Thank you, Brian.
Well, good luck on the working on the computer project. Seems like every time I try to fix something or make something better on the project on the computer, it opens up a can of worms, and I end up something that I allocated a half hour to is 5 hours, 6 hours down the road. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you today. KA3VGM, AI6US. Always a pleasure, Jimmy. Have a wonderful day. 7-3. KO6R. Good morning, Robert.
Good morning. Well, good morning. This morning I'm actually doing something a little different. My CW oscillator went down yesterday, so I've got the back off of it and looking into it to see where I think it's just a short though, but I'm looking at it. It looks like somebody's already been inside of it doing some repair work, I'll say. So I may have a little bit more than I think here, but working on my oscillator this morning. Over.
Last week I was having my truck smogged, and they had a sign, of their hourly rates, and, it was like $85 an hour for, basic, 105 if you observe, and 165 if you try to assist, 195 if you tried working on it yourself first. Good luck on that oscillator.
Yeah, I see some, at least one line that looks like it's a twisted wire that's been stripped and put together, and I don't know what else so far, but I'll figure it out. Over.
Well, this is a perfect time. If you had that HF radio in your shack at this point, you could have just turned off the break-in and used your radio for code practice. Kind of expensive also.
Yeah, but you can do a lot of other things with that one. Over.
Yes, sir. All right, Robert. Happy Tuesday to you. Thanks for checking in this morning with that project. Hopefully we'll see some or hear some beeps from you.
More later. Appreciate it. Kilo Oscar 6 KMR. Turning it back over to the net. Thank you very much. Out.
And you have a great Tuesday. Thanks, Robert. Clearing with KO6 KMR. And good morning, K5 Bravo Delta Lima. Your name and location. Welcome.
AI6US and the net. This is K5BDL. Name here is Brad. Bravo Romeo Alpha Delta. Located in Woods, Tyler, Texas. We're halfway between Dallas, Texas and Shreveport, Louisiana. 55 degrees on the weather station right now. Beautiful sunny skies. I think we're heading 70s today. So just really beautiful day out there, and just wanted to check aboard and say good morning.
I've been through your area before. My cousin has lived down there for many, many years, a physician down in that area. And, just an absolutely beautiful area there, especially certain times of the year. Well, welcome, and thanks for dropping by this morning. Anything for the net? We're a conversation-based net, but you kind of checked in during the time where we're just doing quick in and out, so just welcome back anytime.
Well, very good. Thank you for welcoming me on board there. And today's my Sunday. Have worked this weekend. Worked for a clinical laboratory in microbiology. I'm a lead tech there, and I would be totally off today, but our lab director has a lead tech meeting at 11 our time, so I've got to go do that. But at least I'll be off the rest of the day. May play a little ham radio and do some other things. But all of you there on YouTube, and I thought, it's streaming an All-Star node across the bottom there. So I thought, well, I'll dial in. So back to you, K5BDL.
Well, enjoy your day off. And by the way, on your day off, you're required to attend a meeting. Doesn't sound like a day off to me, but I'm sure it comes with the responsibilities of your position. Brad, thanks for checking in. And, maybe I'll catch you on HF sometime. I tend quite active on HF, so maybe we'll cross paths. K5BDL, AI6US, always a pleasure. And enjoy your day off working.
net, 73 to all, and catch you later. K5EDL, 73 all.
All right, hope to catch you again sometime there, Brad. Clearing with K5BDL. Let's go ahead and put out one more call for quick in and outs, and let's keep these in and outs under 2 minutes, and we'll do one more round of quick in and outs, and we'll get into some rag chew. This is the Coffee Break Net on the W6EK Repeater and connected nodes. Now, let's see who else is out there this morning. I'm Brian, AI6US, taking quick in and out check-ins.
Hello, Charles. Sierra Lima Echo.
Kilo Bravo 6 Lima Uniform Victor. KB6LUV. Good morning.
Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey.
Correction, KB5EKO.
WG5EK Mike, in and out.
W8LDT.
All right. In all of that, I noticed that Will snuck in there, KJ5 Golf Whiskey November, and good morning to Tim, W8LDT, and good morning to Mike, WG5EEK, and this entire round is just quick in and out, so we'll be right back to you for a moment to say quick good morning. Got a KB5 Alpha Kilo Oscar, and let's see, I think I saw Frank come in there. I thought I heard Frank, but I don't see you on my list. Oh, there we go. K6. There we go. KG6 in LW. And good morning to Brett, KB6LUV. And good morning to Graydon, KC6SLE. And I think I heard Aaron in there again, W1ATB. Did I miss anyone?
Kilo Ocean 6, Mike, India, Jeff.
KD3, AJN.
All right. Good morning, Anna, KD3AJN, and good morning to Jeff, KO6MM. And let's see, let's head up to the top. Just a reminder, these are all quick in and outs. KC6SLE, good morning, Graydon.
Good morning, Brian. With what few sands I have in the bottle there, I will remind people that we have a fox hunt coming up this Saturday after the club breakfast. So the pre-meeting for the fox hunt will be in the parking lot at Mel's at 9 o'clock. And then once we get through the pre-meeting, get everybody signed in, Margie, KO6GX, who's going to be our fox tender, will get the fox hunt started. So encourage everybody to come out. The weather, I was looking at the weather report, it looks to be spectacular on Saturday. So looking forward to a good fox hunt. Looking forward to this being Marty's first fox hunt. Marty is also the president of Nevada County Amateur Radio Club, so this is a good introduction to them to fox hunting. So if you're interested in fox hunting, please come out and join us. KC6SLE.
Yeah, fox hunting is something that we do here in Northern California once a month, rain or shine, tender for this fox hunt. And yes, we have a ton of fun and great introduction to people who maybe don't even have their license yet, but kids love it, and it just is a wonderful activity to participate in. All right, good morning, Graydon. Anything else for the net this morning?
No, I'll let you get on with the list. I know you got a robust list there. 73 all, KC6SLE.
Good morning to Grady, and good morning to Lisa, and you have a wonderful day. Thanks for checking in, Graydon. Always a pleasure. W1ATB, Aaron, thank you for the comments earlier. What do you have for the net this morning? W1ATB, Aaron.
call you right. I was testing a new radio. Well, no radio. I switched radios last night to my FTM 310. I'm testing a new mic on it with a new adapter. So somehow the memory got set to simplex. So sorry about that. Not much. Heading off to the oral surgeon here in a little bit, and I'm going to be dreading life, I think, for the next few days.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that. I've had a visit with them a couple of times in the past couple of years, and yeah, I didn't come away happy either.
Something about, having to eat everything out of a cup for the next few days. Anyway, stuff that has to be done. But, yeah, the hamclock.com site, I found that last night, and it has instructions for pretty much every platform on how to get that set up, keep on going. So that was good. And it's pretty cool how the community comes alive when there's a need. So it's unfortunate that the creator has passed, but life goes on.
So these updates, I don't know if you did the update yourself, but do you have to load a new SD card, or can you use the update path that was provided with Hamclock? Kind of an overview, if you wouldn't mind, for a second.
It looks pretty simple, actually. There's, depending on the platform, there's different instructions, but you basically go in and you change the Etsy host file to point to a new server, and then it goes out to that server to get the update. So, according to him, I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it maybe later today or tomorrow if I feel like it. But according to him, you don't even have to reboot. It'll just go out. It's updates from the new site. So if that's it, it's going to be a pretty simple update.
It's been very amazing, though, in the past couple weeks, how people stepped up with other platforms that really kind of brought things into a new look, a fresh look to it, kind of their interpretation of Hamclock. But, I do prefer the Hamclock application, having a local on my machine, and just something about the look. It's enough retro and enough current to be enjoyed. So thank you very much. I'm going to give it a try as well, and I'll report back and let you know how it goes. And thank you so much for that info. And you have a wonderful day. And yeah, I thought about what I said after I said it.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to suck. Yeah, check out openhamclock.com as well. That is an amazing site. It's web-based off of their server, but you can download it and install it yourself. You actually get features if you do it yourself, so I'm going to do that at some point. Every time I load into that every day, it's like there's new things added, so that's another good one. There's no reason you can't have both. So, all right, everybody have a great day. 73W1AATB.
Yeah, I looked at Open Hamclock probably about 3 weeks ago, and it just it made my eyes bleed. It was just a little too much information, and yeah, it'd be interesting if you can change windows, what appears in them, etc. So I'm going to take a look at it again. Sounds like some interesting updates have been done. Well, Aaron, hopefully you don't have a chatty oral surgeon who wants to have you talk through the whole procedure. And yeah, definitely good luck to you. And we'll look forward to a check-in probably in a couple of days. W6EK AI6US 73. KB6LUV. Good morning, Brett and company.
Good morning, Brian and Coffee Break Net land. Actually, I am flying solo this morning. My mom is actually taking care of some business in another room, preparing for her travels back to Kansas, which she will be doing early next week, actually a week from today. It's amazing how fast a month can go by. And my wife had a rough night. She's sleeping in this morning, so just here I'm just flying solo this morning, but that's all good. Let me break for a quick sec. So what's on tap for today? Well, yesterday I got a new-to-me Lenovo ThinkPad T470 that I'm going to be using for my portable radio stuff. So I'm starting to download all of the things, WSJTX, FreeDV,
timing stuff, logger stuff, getting everything to talk to each other so that I can take it out for either portable work or when I come back home, I can just, plug it in and plug my home base station into it as well. So that's what's on tap for me.
Yeah, I really like the form factor on the ThinkPads, and if you, I believe, good touchscreen sensitivity and that sort of thing for, if you have applications that work in that mode. Very cool. New toy for you. That's always fun. Well, I don't know if Bonnie and your wife would like to come out for a fox hunt, but we are going to be having a breakfast fox hunt this next weekend, and love to cross paths if that opportunity presents itself. If not, we understand. She'll just be a voice that we recognize.
That is on what we are thinking about doing. I was going to kind of take a look at the weather. It looks like it's going to be a little bit overcast and cloudy, but no rain, so that's good. But yeah, I think I will be bringing the wife and mother in tow up this Saturday. We'll see. But yes, thank you for the invite. Truly appreciate it. So, all right. In the light of quick in and out, Brian, thank you for being there. Really appreciate you all the time. Amazing work that you and the other net control folks do. Everybody out there in Coffee Break Net land, please have an amazing day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. KB6LUV, V of Love, 73. Clear and listening.
Now you got me thinking. It's time for me to upgrade my laptops because they end of life on Windows 10. So you got me thinking ThinkPad again. Have a great day, Brett. Thanks for checking in. Clear with KB6LUV. And good morning, Frank, KG6 in LW. All right, Frank. Frank, something's going on with your radio. Try it again. KG6 in LW, AI6US. Sounds like a Kodak problem, not Kodak. Kodak.
All right, let's see if this works now. I'm on repeater phone, so I'm coming through IAX. How copy now?
Sounds great. Yeah, you sound like Alvin's chipmunks a moment ago. Good morning.
Alvin! That's all I can think of anytime someone says Alvin. Good morning, Brian, and the Coffee Break. Now, I will make this quick. Openham Talk, they did their information to only be pushed out on Tuesdays now. So instead of pushing out updates as they came in, it's going to be weekly on Tuesdays. So you get Openham Talk Tuesdays. And for those that are in the IT business, you all know how Tuesdays are. So get ready. It's going to be lots of fun. It's great to hear all these voices out here. A few old voices, too. Hopefully that's good to hear. And this Thursday at 8 p.m. local time, we have a big announcement on the NorCal SwapNet. So if you are there or able to be there, come on by and take a listen. If not, it's going to be on YouTube, just like the Coffee Break Net is every morning. So we'll see, hopefully we'll see you. Hopefully we see you on Team Replay. And, yeah, that's a little reminder. Good morning to Brad there, K5BDL. Thank you for the sub. I saw that pop up on the screen this morning as I was checking in, and I presume that's how you found the Coffee Break Net. So, and if it is, great. If not, even better. It's great to hear the Coffee Break Net out there. Brian, back to you. I think I've chewed everybody's ear off long enough. AI6US, KG6, and LW in Overcast.
Well, I'm going to have to check out Openham Clock again. Like I said, too many colors, too many fonts, too many boxes a few weeks ago, and I'm interested to take a look at it again and see how it's being developed. I know it was very in flux at the time. So, excellent. Well, thank you, Frank. You have a wonderful day ahead, and good morning to everybody out there on the YouTube live channel. KG6NLW, AI6US, enjoy, Stockton.
Oh, yeah. Always on the wrong side of the tracks down here. And it's time for bed for me. So catch you later, Brian.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got to hand it to Stockton. They have a great PR company to promote their city, but both sides of the tracks are the wrong side of the track currently still. Things can change, I know. Frank, you have a wonderful day. KG6NLW, AI6US. Hey, let's check in with a new call sign for me, KB5 Alpha Kilo Oscar. Good morning. Name and location.
Yes, thank you. Very good morning, Brian, and everybody else. Victor, I'm sorry, I had divided attention. KB5AKO, located in North Texas. This is the first time checking in, as you just announced. I have listened for quite a while to this net, and I enjoy it immensely. It's a very good net, top notch. Over.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, it's the net was started about 7 years ago just because I got tired of the old school folks talking about the old days when you had to book time on the repeater and how and I'm thinking to myself, man, more people than ever have amateur radios, have HTs and mobiles in their car, and we have the ability to link things together. There is no reason that the best years were behind us for nets and such. So, yeah, that was kind of the incentive for this. Well, my name is Brian, and I did not catch your name, but I'd like to put you in the log and welcome.
Okay, Brian, the name here is Victor, Victor, and I do have a question. It would be a question with more just a yes or no answer. And just, since you're very well versed in this hobby here, I don't want to take up the time here on the Morning Brew for everybody else to chime in. It may very well be most appropriately presented on the All Nodes net on Monday night, which is another excellent net, by the way. The question is, All-Star with All-Scan. I have an issue with the way All-Scan behaves in the manner that it scans the favorite channel there. It works intermittently. So I'm at wit's end. I've tried anything and everything to get it to stay latched in and not be intermittent. So I don't know. Just have you experienced something like that, or should I get this up Monday night on the All Nodes net?
Well, you spotted a weakness of mine. I do not run AllScan, but I'm going to check out there. I know there's a couple people. I believe Patrick is probably monitoring right now, as is Tom and others, but I'll just throw it out there. Patrick, are you monitoring in 2DYI? Or Doug, or Tom, NN6H, or anyone else who might have an answer there for Victor on the All-Scan being intermittent on All-Star.
Yeah, this is Tom, NN6H, and I'm afraid I don't use that, so I don't have the answer. Sorry.
Okay, thank you very much, Tom. Yeah, probably you're right, Victor. Probably Monday night, the All Nodes Net probably would be your go-to session on this. Sorry, I thought that we might be able to assist you on that. But yeah, I have no knowledge of AllScan. I think I need to broaden my knowledge.
Okay, well, very good. I appreciate the attempt, no doubt about that. And it does not affect any other functionality of the node, inbound and outbound phone traffic, and everything else works perfectly. No hiccups whatsoever. It's just a manner in which the stats server is communicating with my nodes, and just updating the favorite channels there with the stats there. Okay, well I'll move on, and once again, thank you for this wonderful net here. Brian 73, AKO, North Texas, 73, all.
Well, Victor, certainly we look forward to you dropping in maybe next Monday evening, and I think I will need to kind of dig a little deeper into AllScan. I know quite a few people do use that, and I think it would be a real good improvement for my own node and just to learn as well. Thank you. Clearing with KB5AKO, Victor, North Texas, and we'll invite you back another time. 7-3. And good morning to Mike, Whiskey Golf 5, Echo Echo Kilo. Welcome to the Coffee Break Net. Maybe we timed Mike out. WG5EEK. Mike, are you there?
Hey, this is WG5EK. I actually just had to run an errand, and I just made it back in time to hit my local node, and good timing. The only thing I have, I guess, for the net is I am this new 30-meter AllStarLink node with the node itself is a Kenwood TK491, and then the HT I'm talking on is a Motorola XPR6580. I know I have a little bit of fan whine in there, and I need to put a capacitor across the positive and negative. That's my goal for maybe this weekend, but other than that, I don't really have anything else for the net, but I do appreciate you having me. WG5EEK.
All right, Mike, our 900 megahertz node, very cool. That's not the usual thing we run across, and kind of curious how it's working for you. Do you run that in Simplex?
Yes, yeah, it's running in Simplex. It was very interesting to program the Kenwood because it uses FCC channelization. You can't directly program the frequencies. You have to use a chart. But luckily the chart's out there. And then for the Motorola, it was just a simple hex edit. I will say on the Motorola though, I did originally have it programmed down at the lower end of the band, and the receive on it was very poor. Even standing 100 feet away from the node antenna, it would receive terribly, where my Quansheng, which can receive that high, worked really well. So I moved it up to the upper end of the ham band on 33 centimeters, around 927-ish, and it works much better.
And do you think that was just because it was starting to get near the band edges for the filtering, or any explanation for that for you?
Yeah, I do believe it is the filtering. This HT was originally not made to go that low for operation. It's really supposed to be, I think, around 936 megahertz at the low end, and then going down that far, it just wasn't designed for it. But if you stay, from what I've read online, if you stay like 925 and up, which doesn't give you too much room for 33 centimeters, it works fine. But I do have another HT that should be here tomorrow. It's the MTS 9250, and that one is supposed to work much better across the entire 33 centimeter band, so I will do some testing when that comes in.
Comment? Yeah, go ahead with your comment.
Hey, good morning, Brian, and good morning to the gentleman running the 900 megahertz node. Sounds. Just wanted to give you a comparison. Listening to the two of you go back and forth. To the gentleman running the 900 megahertz node, you're about 3 to 6 dB under from an audio modulation standpoint. So while you sound good, I got to crank the volume up for you and then crank it back down when Brian comes. Just a heads up on that, just for a point of reference here. WB1G. Sounds good though.
Okay, yeah, thanks for that. I will go back into the Motorola software and try to bump up the mic gain on that and see if we can make it a little bit more punchy. But I know the one I've got coming is supposed to sound a lot better as well. So I'll do some comparison with that parrot node that's out there. It's pretty cool, and yeah, I'll try to tune it better. But thank you. I appreciate the comment there. W6EK.
Well, Mike, that comment might have actually been aimed at me. Smitty may have been calling me a loudmouth. You never know. Combination of the two. But no, I agree with Smitty. Your audio is down a bit there. And we'll look forward. Please check back in when you get that other new radio, and we'll look forward to hearing that. But yeah, great 900 megahertz simplex node. And Mike, I better get moving down the list here, but thanks for checking in this morning. Got you in the log. W6EK AI6US for the Coffee Break Net. 7-3.
Another quick comment.
Go to bed, Frank. Good morning. Go ahead.
Mike, just to give you an idea, I just sent you a link to the live stream and the timestamp for it so that you can tell how you sound. KG6NLW. Yes, go to bed, Frank.
No, great resource for him to check for comparison. Just yeah, well, the Parrot 55553 is an excellent resource. Nothing quite like hearing your audio in a group discussion or a QSO. So thanks. Good point. All right, clearing with WG5EEK, and let's see if Tim is still with us. W8LDT. Good morning.
W8LDT. Good morning, Brian. I'm about 2 minutes from breakfast, so that's about perfect time. And I just don't have a whole lot for the net. It's 22 degrees here in Michigan, and sorry to hear about Ray. Then you really broke up about that.
Yeah, certainly Ray will be missed. He was somebody that was usually the first to check in on a net and was always there to help us monitor the repeater and helped out in so many ways. And he had just moved down to our area, down to Sacramento. It was about 5 or 6 years ago, and certainly embedded himself in our community. And one of those individuals will be noticeably missed. And it's a tough one to let go of a friend.
Yes, absolutely. You done a great job. The wellness check. It's one thing to do a wellness check, but you did it pretty quick, and I think to be able to miss him within a day was very impressive to me. So, a great job. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I'm pulling into my lunch spot right now. Go in there and have me some conies. AI6US W8LDT 7-3.
Well, Tim, I felt something was wrong a day earlier, and I shouldn't be beating myself up over it, but I'm even kind of questioning myself. Why did I wait one more day? When I noticed he didn't check in on Wednesday evening, and then Thursday morning, he didn't check in for the Coffee Break Net, and then Thursday night he wasn't there for our Thursday night net. And I mean, the red flags were flying, and part of me goes, could things have been a little bit different had I just acted on that gut feeling just a little sooner? And I think what I'm believe with this is just go with that gut feeling and act on it. And even though I did, but I just wonder if things could have been different had I actually done it sooner. And I know you can't beat yourself up over what ifs, whatevers, but it's tough. It's really tough knowing that you probably could have acted on it sooner. So, Tim, enjoy your breakfast there and enjoy that cool weather and sharpen up the blades on those ice skates.
Oh, and I got one more thing. The guy just before me, Frank, has a live stream, so I'd be interested in listening to that live stream.
I know.
Really sure what
LDT hung up here. Hung up on Supermon. Let's see if it clears. Yeah, Tim, are you still monitoring? Hung up here.
Yep, I'm still here. Yes. I would like a link to that live stream if I could. Go ahead.
Yeah, Frank, I'm sure you didn't go to sleep yet. Frank, do you want to give the info? Otherwise, I'll look up the link here.
I had to connect back in via IAX here. Yeah, you caught me, Brian. I'm in bed now, so any time. My call, Tim. Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey KG6 NLW is all you have to put in the search bar on YouTube. It'll come up with Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank. That is my channel, and that's where you can find all the Coffee Break Net live streams, as well as many other fun live streams.
Great. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day, and I'll be back to listen to the end of the net here. So, inside I go. 7-3, Brian.
And, Brian, I'm closing IAX out.
And so you have a wonderful day ahead, and I see I was doubling with Frank there. Frank, sorry, go back to bed, and thank you for checking in. I was called out there on information that I should have had in the back of my head. Yes, KG6NLW on YouTube, and back to you go there, Frank. Thanks a lot. Good morning, KJ5 Golf Whiskey November. Good morning, Will.
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead with comment, and then we'll try Will again in a moment.
Hey, Brian, I had to take my break early. Katie's excuse today, just wanted to say, and I'm really sad about our dear friend's passing, Ray. But I wanted to say that you gave him extra time he most likely wouldn't have had, and made sure that he was cared for. So, while we can all second guess what, coulda, woulda, shoulda, I wouldn't care that for too long. You're still a hero, you still did the right thing, and you made sure he got care. And even though he passed, I'm sure he was in a better situation where no one found him. So, I don't know if I'm very articulate today, because I'm really sad. He was a great guy. KD6Q back.
Yeah, Peter, thank you. You know, I understand, and I feel the same way. But, you know, it's just, you felt something and you didn't act on it, and, you know, you waited 24 hours to act on it, and it's just, I don't know, one of those things, you know, so thank you. I agree. It was better the way, you know, that he was able to be comfortable, at least. Yeah, thank you. KD6Q got you in the log there, Peter, and you have a wonderful day. KJ5 Golf Whiskey November, are you back?
Yeah, I had to go over to Echolink. My All-Star was getting a lot of packet loss, so I had to switch over to Echolink. So I had to do that real quick. Anyway, just a quick weather update. We are under a moderate to high fire danger today. The wind's not supposed to be as bad Wednesday, tomorrow, and or Thursday, but then it's going to go back up on Friday. And then we're going to get several rounds of rain, which we desperately need, starting the first week in March. So if Mark can comment on that whenever he comes on, I would appreciate that. So anyway, not doing too much here. The fires are out of my area, so we'll just see what happens the rest of the day there, Brian. KJ5, Golf Whiskey November, back to you.
I was reading that they now have, the fires just down to 2 fires are burning. Still, too many, but yeah, I certainly wish the rain to come your way as soon as possible, and hopefully you get a good enough dousing. I know when we have wildfires out here in California, it takes quite a bit of rain to get a good enough soaking to knock it down completely and lessen that chance. Will, thanks for checking in this morning, and yeah, no packet loss on this connection, but you're sounding good. KJ5GWN AI6US. You have a wonderful day, Will. 7-3.
Brian. This is KJ5 Golf Whiskey November. We're clear and listening.
All right, clearing with Will, and good morning, Jeff. KO6MMI.
Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Coffee Break Net. This is Kilo Ocean 6, Mike India. Jeff in East Roseville, standing out on his back porch in the rain. Just started to rain a little bit, but still beautiful, cloudy, overcast day. I really enjoy these kind of days. It is the kind of weather that fish enjoy, and therefore I like it too.
Well, do fish enjoy it as much as when you come around? And it sounds like you might be trying to alter their lifestyle.
I'm only really trying to make them late for whatever appointment they've got going. I'm strictly catch and release. Love to go fly fishing. We've got lots of beautiful riverways out here in the Sacramento Valley and all around the valley. So, yeah. A little sportsman-like conduct to keep it nice with the fish. Want to let them grow, let them be healthy, and let them enjoy their lives too.
So do you, without giving away your favorite spot, do you have a favorite river or general location?
Well, there's a little creek out behind my house called Dry Creek, and in the summer, I like to take my little 5-year-old daughter down there, and we do some fly fishing in the creek down there for some panfish. But if I'm going just for me, I like to go in the early morning after work and hit up the American River to try and catch some steelhead in this beautiful kind of weather.
That is so interesting. You mentioned Dry Creek because I've lived down in the valley a number of years before I moved up here to Meadow Vista. And Dry Creek is not a place that I really comes to mind when I think of a good fish spot. So how interesting. But yes, definitely know that a lot of people head down and fish around the confluence and other areas. Well, Jeff, good morning to you, and sorry to make you stand out in the rain. I picture you with an HT trying to find that best signal somewhere on the porch, and thank you for giving up health and everything to check into the net. Do you have resources to put up an outdoor antenna?
I believe I will eventually. The goal is to get something figured out here. There's lots of lines that cross over the property here. I just rent, so I would probably put something up semi-stealthily. That's the goal eventually when I get a little base station radio, but we got to get the base station going first. I've got a paddle coming in, and I've got a little, what do you want to call it, a little adapter so I can start practicing my CW, get my chops up here. Well, we'll see how it comes.
Well, sounds like you have a plan, so very cool. Well, Jeff, you have a wonderful day ahead, and yes, notice a couple of raindrops starting to come down here up in Meadow Vista as well. We had a wet evening, and looks like we're back into the rain zone. But like you said, the fish don't care. Why should we? KO6MMI, AI6US. You have a great Tuesday.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you all. Wishing you a happy and wonderful day. 73 to you all. Clear and monitoring.
And probably tying a couple of flies there, getting ready to head out. So you have a wonderful day. Good morning to Anna, KD3AJN. Uh-oh, maybe we timed Anna out this morning. KD3AJN.
Good morning, Brian, and everyone else on the net this morning. Just wanted to send my condolences to Thomas and Christina. I have heard Ray on the net for a long time now, and I've really got to know him a little bit just by hearing him talk. And we're all going to miss him.
I know that Thomas is probably listening in as they're kind of trying to clear out Ray's place, and I'm sure that will get passed on to Christina. Yes, without Ray, we would not have met Thomas or Christina. His passion for the hobby definitely rubbed off and encouraged them to get their licenses, and now they're very active. They, of course, moved to Tennessee, and they've taken that passion for amateur radio along with them out there. So, yes, indeed, a lot of people will pass through our lives and have tremendous impact on us.
I was talking to Ray the other day, and I said, I feel like I know these people if I hear them almost every day, and you feel like they're a part of your life. Other than that, not too much else going on today, just hanging out at home. Everybody have a good day and stay safe. KD3AJN.
Nets like this certainly make a community. When we started this net, I had no idea, that the friendships that would be formed, and you would find that through the conversation format, you would find that you have interest with someone else outside of amateur radio, and so many friendships have been formed, in other things that we have in common, but then we always have that amateur radio in common as well. And yes, we do learn a lot about each other and get connected, and that's the one thing that I absolutely love about the net. Anna, you have a wonderful day. Thank you for checking in this morning, and we'll Other time with you. KD3AJN, AI6US, 73.
Brian, I just wanted to say I feel like I know everybody on this net, and I've learned a lot from all the different conversations that come out of this net, and it just makes me happy to be able to get on here every day and listen and talk to people. You have a great day. 7-3, KD3AJN.
Absolutely. Yeah, I could not say it any better than what you just did. You know, we make friends and we get to know each other better. Anna, thank you for checking in this morning, and you have a wonderful Tuesday. KD3AJN, AI6US. And good morning, Coffee Break Net on the W6EK Repeater. Let's go ahead and open it up for regular rag chew. If you're short on time, please let me know that you need to be in and out. I'll put you at the top of the list. Good morning and welcome to the Coffee Break Net, where the sun is always shining, the birds are singing, and the fish are jumping. I'm Brian, AI6US, and let's take check-ins. Who's out there today? Kilo Oscar 6.
N9MUF. And WB1G, in and out, please.
6DCL. Good morning, Brian.
KO6TH, good morning.
Well, that was our kerfuffle and a half. This is who I heard. Good morning, Greg, KO6TH, and good morning to Dave, K6DCL, and good morning to Smitty, WB1G. Good morning to Larry, KO6IHJ, and good morning to Daniel, N9MUF. And I know there were a few others that I missed. I think you are RF local stations.
N6XYZ, in and out. KJ5, MNV. Kilo 6, Delta X-ray, November.
All right, heard Simone in there, K6DXN, and let's see, KJ5, November Mike Zulu, good morning to you, new call from me, and N6XYZ, good morning to you there, Roy, and let's see, KO6TH, good morning, Greg, and good morning, Dave, K6DCL. All right, and Smitty was a in and out. Anybody else on this list in and out? Got Larry, KO6IHJ as an in and out. There was one other station in and out.
The Double Master, XYZ.
The the Double Master, XYZ. All right. And did I miss anyone? I'm going to fill in the blanks there. If I missed anyone, please come on now. You're joining a long list.
November 6th, Delta Tango, in and out.
You're joining a long list unless you are in and out. Good morning. Good morning, Rick, N6DT. All right, let's visit first with our in and outs, and then we'll get regular rag chew. So I have 4 in and outs, and then we'll go up to the top of the list. Good morning, Larry, KO6IHJ.
Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Coffee Break Net. Yeah, quick in and out. It's grocery day. I gotta go get some food. I got the list being made. I'm sitting here in front of FTA. Things are looking good this morning. Not like yesterday, but other than that, we're gonna get rain. So you know what that means, everybody. Wrap it up, cover it up, roll it up. Let's don't get the rain in the shacks. We don't need electricity with water. Other than that, everybody have a blessed day. I'm going to send it back to you, Brian, KO6IHJ. I got to put pants on.
information. You know, the bands were pretty good yesterday. Just because it says 0 on the sunspot number and you don't see any activity on the sun, remember, that takes a few days to reach us. And so yesterday, I don't know if you turned off the radio because the sun didn't look good, but I got to tell you, there were some pretty good conditions, and the bands are quiet, meaning noise level.
Yeah, I'm looking at my 10 meters right now. It is clean. Just the people chatting on the scope is all I see.
Yep, the noise level is considerably low, and yeah, it's kind of nice. But some stuff is spinning around on the sun. We'll have a noisy side towards us here in a few days. KO6IHJ, AI6US. You have a wonderful day, Larry, and stock that food cabinet. 7-3.
7-3.
And good morning, Smitty. WB1G.
Hey, good morning, good morning. I'm not known typically for being very good at in and out, but I got a call here in a few minutes, so I will keep it short and sweet. Listening to the net this morning and thinking a lot about our dear friend Ray. Posted a short little video of him yesterday on groups.io. And it captures his personality, and very rarely do you see Ray with a big grin on his face. Sometimes you could tell if you were getting a scowl or a smile, but that smile always creeped out. It was after the scowl. But at any rate, I put a video out there in case anyone wants to enjoy that. Also, if you're a friend or member of the club, I'll be sending an email out shortly. I've talked to Thomas and Christina, and we're going to try to get together a little later on this week. Anybody who loves Ray or wants to spend a little time with Thomas and Christina, will be a little get-together later this week where we're just going to tell stories, eat some burgers, and potentially throw one back on his behalf. I'll let it break real quick. I've been thinking a lot about you because your wellness check. And I heard you talking earlier, and I heard a lot of people say their comments, and I agree with everything that was said on the net this morning. But I'll say this much: today is the 7th anniversary, and today's what I call Mom Day, my mom's celebration day. My mom passed away 27 years ago today, and it was earlier this morning. So I, obviously with Ray's passing and with the anniversary of my mother's death, I really got to thinking. And the one thing I'll say is, woulda, coulda, shoulda regarding the wellness check. But at the end of the day, Ray passed peacefully with people that he loved. He wasn't alone, and you come into this world, you're not alone when you come into this world, right? You got doctors and nurses and mom, of course mom, and hopefully dad, and people that you love welcoming you into the world. You should go out the same way, and your wellness check guaranteed that for Ray, and that in itself is more valuable, especially 27 years now, reflecting on the loss of my mom. She wasn't alone. She had all of us around her and loving on her, and Ray wasn't alone, and that is awesome. So thank you. That's it for my in and out. Okay, a little long, 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes. WB1G 73.
Well, happy Mom Day to you there, Smitty. I understand. I lost my mom this past year, and life certainly changes, and reflection on the times we did have with our moms. And I understand. The time Ray did not have to pass alone, and that is very important. Absolutely. Thank you for your kind words, and our thoughts go out to you, because these can be tough days as well. And Thomas had checked in earlier and mentioned that probably planning something for Burgers and Brew maybe on Thursday. So we're just looking forward to the announcement. I know that isn't in stone yet, so we will look forward to a time that we can get together with Thomas, Christina, and maybe Steve, and also roast to Ray. Thanks, Eddie.
You got it, Brian. Hop hopping off for my call. I did confirm with Thomas this morning because obviously I want to make sure that he was good with it. We're looking at 5 on Thursday at Burgers and Brew. Again, I'll have it in the email, but you're welcome to add it there to the coffee break and your resets as you take check-ins. Thursday, 5 p.m. Burgers and Brew, Auburn, and we're going to enjoy some burgers and some brew and some stories about Ray. WB1G 73.
I think it would be very appropriate to get something on Facebook and Groups IO as well, because there's just a lot of people out there that may not cross the coffee net or may not get the email from us. Yeah, we will get the word out there. Thursday, 5 p.m., Burgers and Brew. We'll get to say hello to our good friends and moved far, far away to Tennessee, Thomas and Christina, and we will stories and celebrate Ray's life. WB1G, thank you, Smitty. You do well for the club and everything you do. Much appreciated. Clearing with the WB1G, and next will be Roy in 6XYZ. Good morning.
Good morning, Brian and everyone. I got a boogie. I got an appointment right now, but I did want to check in, say hi. And little correction, I know it's been a while since I've checked in, but it's Rob. And that's okay. All right, well, just wanted to say hi. And wow, I didn't know about Ray, but definitely do now.
Rob, there is a Roy with a call sign so similar to yours. So yes, all it points to is you got to check in more often. I know who you are, and we miss having you around, my friend. Yeah, Ray certainly will be missed. That is for sure. I hope that good things have been happening to you that have kept you away from the radio.
They certainly have, and I won't hold it against you. You got it right on the phone the other day, so I appreciate it. All right, I got to run into this appointment, and I'll talk to you all later. N6XYZ.
All right, you have a wonderful day, and thank goodness I got it right on the phone. All right, KJ5, NMZ. Good morning. Uh-oh, maybe we timed him out. KJ5, NMZ. Are you there?
It's KJ5MNV, Kilo Juliet 5, Mike November Victor.
Well, I really messed that one up, didn't I? Good morning, KJ5, Mike November Victor. I got it right now. Good morning.
I'm just hearing about the passing of your friend, and I just also the operator's Mother's Day. 2 days ago, it was a 10th anniversary losing my wife. That's also our wedding anniversary, to tell you the truth. But with that aside, I heard an operator earlier that was asking about AllScan, and I tried to comment in but couldn't get through, and had an answer for him. I don't know if he's still listening.
Okay, that would have been Kilo Bravo 5 Alpha Kilo Oscar Victor. Are you still monitoring?
Yes, sir, I am. KB5AKO.
All right, go ahead and go direct.
Okay, I've ran into that with AllScan. I'm running ASL3, and I don't know which ASL you're running, but they work on both. And it was quite flaky. So what I did was through either, if you run an ASL3, go through the terminal or SSH into it, and you can search on uninstall. You have to be a bit careful. It'll come up and ask you some questions if you, let me reset. During its uninstall, it'll ask you a couple of yes or no questions. You have to be careful of those. I made that mistake and had to refresh my ASL3, but that didn't take long either. And then once it was all cleared out, I reinstalled it again, and it's been just solid as could be ever since. So, yeah, that's the advice I would give. I really like AllScan. It pulls your favorites out of your Supermon. Supermon's a little more clunky to go between different nodes, and AllScan is it's quick, and you can tell as you know, you can tell on AllScan which nodes are active and which aren't.
Yes, sir. Yes, I like the feature where it tells you where the nodes are active or not. And another thing that I miss is that whenever I click on a call sign, I may want to pull up their status and to see if they're connected or not before I connect to them, because they may be on a big network or something, and I wouldn't want to interrupt anything. So, okay, I would do that. I think I'm running AllStar 371. I think I'm not looking at it right now, but I think it's what it is. So, in a nutshell, just real quickly, you're saying just uninstall AllScan and then reinstall AllScan?
Sir, that's correct. If you do a search or you use an AI, it'll actually put all of the lines of code that you use through SSH or through the ASL terminal. You could use either one. And you just go down the list. I would just, I'll just say it again. At times it'll ask you yes or no questions. A couple of those yes or no questions will impact actual node install. But just like I said, I made that mistake and just said yes to everything and cleared it all out, and then had to refresh, not reload the whole node all over again. It kept all of my settings, and so it really didn't take very long. And then just went back and went to the AllStar page with that auto install. And instead of copying every line, instead of copying all of those lines at one time like it offers, I went back in one line at a time, and that just worked.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And it across all four of my nodes. So, at first I thought, because it kept coming up with a port 80 error, and I thought, well, maybe my provider is blocking inbound port 80 traffic. But I did open up port 80 inbound traffic so I could see my dashboard remotely out in the field on the wide area network, and that's not a problem at all. It's seeing the inbound port 80 traffic with no issue at all. So, okay, well, I'm going to do that. Like I say, it does not affect any other functionality of the node. Everything else works perfectly. It's just that the stats server is not in there. KB5AKO, thank you, sir. And Brian, thank you as well.
No problem, my friend. I'm just glad that you were still listening and was able to share that information to you. And, okay, yep, I'll send it back to Net Control. Have a great day, everybody. KJ5MNV73.
glad that we could connect you guys up, and certainly hope that takes care of that intermittent all-scan problem for you there, Victor. And for the log, I just wanted to make sure I got the name right. Mike, November Victor. The FCC calls you Bernard. I'm not sure what your friends call you. What should we call you?
Yes, it is KJ5MNV, and my name is Bernie, and I live in the New Orleans metro area.
All right, I have you in the log as Bernie, and welcome back anytime. And thank you so much for helping out. I hope that is a fix for him. Have a great day, Bernie. Thanks for checking in.
Sir, and like I said, have a great day. Y'all take care. KJ5MNV 73.
All right, that's Bernie down out of Louisiana. And let's check in with Rick now. N6 Delta Tango. Good morning, Rick. We didn't forget about you. What do you have for the net?
Okay, Brian, good morning. Yes, Rick N6DT. Let's see real quick. Actually got all equipment running for a change, and I'm back on FM. Coming in directly to the repeater, which is a little unusual, but condolences about Ray to all the friends and family there at Small Club. And we put a little thing on our Facebook page for the Lodi Club regarding Ray passing. And anyway, you all take care. 73s, and this is N6DT. I'll be clear.
Well, just as a point of reference, first of all, thank you very much for posting that up. Yeah, I know he had checked in around on different nets, and a very recognizable and memorable guy. So thank you for doing that. Just kind of a point of reference for you, you are coming into one of our voter receivers up Mountaintop in Auburn at about 75%. So pretty good for from your area, and a decent signal. So there you go, point of reference. Rick, have a wonderful day. Glad to have you back on RF.
73, Brian, take care.
Thank you. Clearing with N6 Delta Tango, now up to the top. Good morning, Daniel, N9 MUF.
Good morning, Brian and the net. It's just really great to hear all those tributes to Ray this morning. Found out last night that one of my Elmers passed away. I had thought I had located him and went to track him down again. I was going to reach out to him and let him know how far I'd come in the hobby, and found out he passed away a few years ago. So if you've got an Elmer in your past that you need to thank, do it soon rather than later.
Yeah, at the end of the Olympics, I'm trying to remember which sport it was, but a girl had come on and she had said, boy, she had won the gold and she was late to the press conference. She said, sorry guys, I'm late, but my grandmother just passed, and I just found out about it, and she was one of my biggest influences to make me just go for it. And those people that impact our lives, it's wonderful to share with them. And I was just thinking, man, I hope her grandmother got to see her win the gold. It's one of those things. Great reminder. Thank you, Daniel.
Well, he would have appreciated how much I'm doing CW now, since the reason I didn't get the novice license during his class was the fact that I couldn't lock in on CW. It was the old style where they handed you the sheet of paper and said, memorize it. It wasn't until I really started to focus on the tapes that I could quit doing that double translation that shuts down so many people.
Yep, and that's kind of where I'm stuck when it comes to numbers. When I hear more than 4 dits and dahs, my brain just goes, walks up, and then I'm missing everything trying to do a count. I know, I got to listen for the sound. I will get it, I promise. Well, Daniel, good reminder to thank those around us for the positive impacts they've had on our life, and before it's too late. Good reminder.
And I know that Ray probably got a lot of thank yous when he was alive, but it's just that reminder, if there's somebody you need to thank, absolutely do it now. In terms of another person I need to thank, I managed to switch over from the straight key to the paddle yesterday, made a contact with it, and right now both that paddle and the straight key, the very tiny straight key that I'm using, that I'll be using trying to get current on that again, since it requires a bit of a different touch. But both of those were gifts from my late mother-in-law, and I just feel like I'm honoring her every time I use it. I didn't feel solid enough with CW to use that paddle, but now that I am, it's just I can kind of, hear her. I can feel her smiling, if that makes any sense, because I know she appreciates that I took her and the way it was meant to be used.
Oh, so you mean you're using your gift, unlike my paddle that sits here and sitting in plexiglass cover mocking me daily.
Well, that's why I say I'm using it like it's meant to be used. You're using it as well, but I mean it's a very different use.
I was thinking the other day, I need to just move it out of my sight line. It's right under my monitor, right beside my audio mixer, and it just looks at me every day going, you're never going to win. Anyway. Well, good morning, Daniel. What do you have going on today?
A couple of recruiter phone calls, hopefully some more CW in the afternoon, but I've got to leave around 4 o'clock. My music partner and I have an interview at 9 a.m. at Chicago radio station. I'm not sure if they've got a feed or else, but it'll be a good evening. And so either way you cut it, I get radio today.
Okay, this radio station that you're headed to, which hobby does this pertain to?
This is more related to the music, which I always tend to describe as a vocation rather than a hobby. But he and I are both going to talk about our albums and then talk about the band that we started together called Observations, which is a prog band. But the way that we put it is, what if Tom Petty had discovered prog instead of the Beatles?
I remember you mentioning that before. Very cool. And what type of radio station is this? High power college station? What's their audience?
That I've no idea. I was merely told about it and asked if I could show up and give him a lift, and I'm like, well, it's going to be late, but it's worth it. Publicity at this stage of the game seems to be the most important thing. Been there, done it before, and always appreciated any form of exposure get. No, not that kind of exposure. These things where, people die of exposure, but at the same time you need to find a way to publicize, and neither one of us are really good at that. We're better at playing music than we are promoting music.
Oh, I can hear it now. Covering all of the one-block area of South Chicago with 500 milliwatts of power. This is. I'm joking. Have a fun time this evening. That does sound fun. Been a while since I've actually been behind a microphone in a studio.
Well, I think this one actually covers 2 city blocks, not one. I'll just take comfort in the fact that city blocks in Chicago are large, so maybe it'll cover more than 20 people. But with that, I know it's a long list, so let's say 7-3 to you and to the net. Always a pleasure, always a joy. 7-3 to you and 9MUF.
Only poking fun, because I know many FM stations have incredible coverage. others have, barely make it to the back pew. In 9 MUF AI 6US. And good morning, Dave, K6 DCL.
Hey, good morning, Brian and Annette. Good morning to everybody. I'm so happy for N6DT. Rick did a great job on RF. I wish I could do that, even with 85 watts. I tried, and propagation just isn't right or something, but I'm hidden behind the mountains, and it is what it is. So anyway, gotta stop crying about it. Anyway, not much going on here. We're gonna go get Lucy's nails done. They're pretty bad. She usually keeps them much better, so she has an excuse. Her favorite nail person has been sick with the flu, and then the owner of the place tried to con her into coming up anyway, and she'd give her a discount, and she said what it would be with the discount, and it's less than what she pays. So the owner, I think, tried to pull a ripoff. But anyway, I would go find somebody else. But alas, I'm going to try it one more time today. I'm just going to walk in there and see if her favorite person's in there, and then do a setup. Anyway, other than that, messing around here and have the radios on scan, and just not much going on today. It's warmer than it has been, and if I can see what 54 degrees. So that's not bad for this time of the morning. And it's going to be a warmer day today than it has been, so that's good. We have not received any rain here, so we're disappointed a little bit to have warm rain, but we don't need the warm rain up where the snow is, because it would cause flooding. And we had an announcement yesterday afternoon that we have to conserve water, because our water canal that services water to Tuolumne County got damaged in the latest storm, and they need to have time to repair it. So we're on water conservation. I guess I can't brush my teeth. Anyway, that's probably the only thing I can do. I had my acupuncture yesterday, and he let me stay on the mat too long, I think, and my right hip and leg has been bothering me ever since I left the place. And luckily, I go back to see him on Thursday, because I'm going to have to tell him I may not be coming back, because I've never had this done by an acupuncturist. Anyway, it is what it is, and I hope it goes away, which it probably will. K6 DCL, back to you, Brian.
Will, you can keep those acupuncture pins. I am so glad they work for you. The only thing that they would do for me is probably improve my gait as I run away, screaming like a little baby. No. Acupuncture, I'm glad that you can get there. I've had friends who have had wonderful results from it, and I wish the same for you. But for me, I just can't get over the thought of, that's a needle. That is a frickin' needle. You want to poke it where? Well, you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for checking in this morning. And yeah, get her nails looking beautiful, and yeah, something didn't sound right. Sounds like maybe the shop owner is trying to steal a client. K6DCL AI6US. You have a wonderful day.
K6DCL, see you later, 7-3.
All right, clearing with Dave, and say hello to Lucy for us. We'd love to hear her again sometime on the radio. Hey, good morning, Greg, KO6TH.
Morning, Brian. Morning, everyone. Greg, KO6TH. Yeah, the trick with acupuncture is to count the needles as they go in and count them as they come out and make sure you end up with the same number. My wife, there's a fairly good acupuncturist, I guess. She was, I forget what condition she was using them for, but one day she came home and there was an extra needle still sitting kind of tangled in her hair, and oh well, didn't do any damage, I guess. I tried it once. The stuff that they burned, there was some kind of a, I don't know, looked like wet tea leaves that they set ablaze, and that just, the smell of it, I still remember the smell, but I don't remember it did any good. Anyway, yesterday was yard work, filled up an entire trash can and a half, entire trash can with the remains of a tree that I took out. The trash guys came and emptied it, so I filled it up again, and I don't have a trash can, so I'm trying to save enough space for this week's trash, the normal stuff. And yeah, in the meantime, letting the body rest today. Tomorrow is going to be grocery trip, and then we have In the Shack tomorrow night, and we have a special guest, that be you, with a little quick demo, and then Thursday is going to be a boat day, so busy week. KO6TH, back to you.
Yes, tomorrow evening you asked me to give a short demo on the FT2, Fox Tango 2 mode of digital mode, which has an incredibly short 3.7, 3.8 second cycle, very fast. I'd gotten a notice from N6KEN that the software, the package that's being distributed, did not meet the requirements for the licensing, and so I believe that's been worked out. It looked like the author has now uploaded the source information, which is required for the general use license. So I think, one of those things, yes, advance the hobby, but don't break any rules.
Yeah, open source licenses can be tricky. Not a big deal if you kind of work it through. That was one of my jobs at before I retired. Had a project that was pretty heavily into open source. There's a lot of pieces to it. We made some glue of our own to stitch things together, and the company required a formal disclosure. The thing is, though, I don't think we ever had anybody actually download the source. We had it up on an FTP site someplace, made it available. We made it available, contact us. We'll send you a floppy or something. I forget what it was now. To send you something. Zero takers, absolutely zero. But it's got to be out there for the license things. And there's GPL 3 was just coming out and kind of messed things up a bit. It was a bit of a mess there. But anyway, let's see. One of the questions I'm going to ask tomorrow, the non-FT8, not FT2 question, but I'm considering what handguns to get for the boat. I need VHF, UHF, and HF. Nothing super fancy, but small size and reasonably capable, and recommendation of what to get. So anyway, I'm sure you have some ideas on that. Let me know tomorrow night. KO6TH.
Well, I certainly would buy separates. a marine VHF, UHF. They are very weather resilient, and you can have dual heads on it, so you can have something down below sheltered and protected, and you can have a head up at the operating position. And so I definitely, for basics, I would go with separates. One thing that I've heard from people who have had HF on boats before is, HFs just don't hold up too good under seagoing conditions. So I think there's other people that are more suited, because all I've ever had on a boat is VHF, UHF. I wasn't sure radio at the time, but I know John and Jim and many others out there have had HF on their boats for years. So we have sources out there for folks who can say, oh, that's malarkey. You can just buy any HF and throw it in the boat. And maybe that's true now that we're into more, getting into surface mount, and some of these things seem to be pretty sealed up. But a lot of money to be putting into these devices.
Yeah, that's probably why I want some advice on this. The cost, the radio I was thinking about putting in there is going to be, it's another battery that I could buy, and I think I'd rather have the battery than the fancy radio. But definitely, the Marine and the ham would be definitely separate units. Absolutely. Looking at various Marine with AIS radios. The boat has a radio. Let's be clear on that. But there's no AIS on it, and only has a single head. So looking at getting something better there. But for the ham side, VHF, UHF for sure. Is it worth even trying when the ASU modes, or certainly not D-Star? I'm guessing not. And then HF, why not try? I don't have a lot of space. So if it's going to have HF, it's going to be in the same radio as everything else. And I'm not looking at doing upgrade after upgrade on this thing. Just want to get something that'll last for a while. Kind of the general theme for the boat is to grow into things instead of growing out of them. So anyway, it's a conversation for tomorrow night. Back to you, Brian, KO6TH.
Yeah, if the boat is rigged properly, those stays can be wonderful devices, or even if you modify the stays a bit to, we end up with some wonderful inverted V's and other configurations, loaded verticals, etc. All right, Greg, you have a wonderful day, and great advice on acupuncture. Make sure that do a count on the needles coming in and out, and make sure the numbers match from real life experience. Have a great day, Greg. KO6TH, AI6US 73.
73, Brian. Everybody stay dry, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. KO6TH.
Good morning, Simone, K6DXN. A buddy of yours checked in earlier. I'm trying to remember who that was. Maybe it was 89CA, maybe possibly. But anyway, he claimed to be a friend of yours. Anybody who puts daring enough to make that claim, yeah, kudos to them. Good morning.
Yeah, I heard that. I was getting my coffee. His name is Mike. He goes by the nickname Hood. I know him as Hood. He's a fellow blindy. We've known each other like over 20 years. We met back in the internet chat room days, playing an accessible golf game we used to play, a racing game online, by 2005, 6, somewhere in there. But yeah, I know Mike. Captain America, 89CA, the Captain America. I hear him when I do POTAs. I hear way out in the background, Captain America.
Fun to run into people on different platforms, and yeah, pretty cool. Boy, you've been prolific on posting things up. Pretty much every time I jump on YouTube, there's a short video from you. Looks like you and Jimmy have been having a ton of fun.
Yeah, I'm really lucky and blessed to have a friend like Jimmy, and that that wants to drag me along, and I don't think he's dragging me along. I think we enjoy each other's company, and it's fun. Yeah, we went and did one yesterday, and did few lately. So, and I want to keep everything. I want to keep my channel active. I finally got permission to stream. Now I just gotta figure out if it's gonna be something doable on my iPhone. I did a little test stream the other day, and my buddy called me and goes, "Hey, I'm watching you right now. You're streaming live on a." Jimmy just texted me, making me laugh. So I can stream. That's the next to stream. Obviously, a StarLink Mini or something like that. Maybe in the future. But for now, I'd like to try it on my iPhone.
Very cool. Well, just make sure you don't stream while you stream.
Yeah, obviously, that could happen. So I gotta definitely take that into consideration there, Brian. Anyway, hey, again, I talked Sunday a little bit about Ray, R.I.P., my friend, and my thoughts and condolences out with Christine and Thomas, and I shared my self-introduction to Ray, so I won't share that again. That was on Sunday with Jeff, and he will be missed. I don't know if Greg's still listening, but I just got done a short story which was rather really cool. He may or may not be interested in, called "The Voyage of the Frog" by Gerry Paulson. It's a story of when he was a 14-year-old kid and took a sailboat out by himself in the Pacific to spread his uncle's ashes. The uncle that gave him the boat gave him the boat, when he passed. So it's a short read, but I really enjoy it. And I've been reading a lot of Gerry Paulson's little life lesson type of stories, and I'm really enjoying it. So just wanted to share that with Greg. And as far as an HF rig, 857 comes to mind because it has everything all in one. If you could find one of those used. As far as durability, maybe an ICOM 7200, they are a little more rugged. I don't know about waterproof, though.
Yeah, usually, the HF stays below deck at the station, at the pilot station, and so they definitely have more protection, but yeah, definitely a lot of humidity. And, yeah, I was kind of thinking about one of those radios like you described. Those are indestructible, and they've been rolling around in mobile rigs for years. I, just don't know what their rate is for salt air and that sort of thing. But yeah, it certainly would be a great thing to look into. All right, Gerry Paulson, short book, "The Voyage of the Frog." So noted here, and maybe Greg noted it as well.
KO68, so noted.
Got for you is my 590 was having issues, so it's on its way to the Bay Area. I think it's some sort of coaxial connection inside, according to the guy I got it from. I would be in the middle of QSO, and my receive would completely go away. And my transmit was still fine, but no more receive, almost like somebody just disconnected the antenna completely. And I did a FaceTime with him, and he said, in the forums, that there's a bunch of these little coaxial type connections, or a handful of these connections inside the radio. But he's a stand-up dude, and Jeremiah's taking my radio out with him to school this week, and he's going to exchange it for another one that he has pretty much new in the box. And the one I'm getting is a 70th anniversary Kenwood TS590, which they only made 300 of them, so I feel really lucky to be getting it. And of course, that put me on a search for the matching 70th anniversary Vibroplex Vibro Cube, and I found one on eBay that a guy had gotten in an estate sale. So I spent money I shouldn't have spent, but I'm going to have the 70th anniversary Kenwood matching set of paddles to go with that 70th anniversary TS 590.
Wow, that worked out really well. Great to hear of the gentleman's honesty, and it sounds like you are ending up with a great deal there, and yeah, a nice setup to be proud of. And by the way, Craig did mention that he did copy that information down. Well, you have a wonderful day. We will look forward to your next POTA adventure, and yeah, definitely good luck on that radio. Hopefully the one that comes in serves you well.
Roger, Roger. Yep, I hope so too. Usually a pretty solid radio, so I'm sure whatever it is, you'll find it. And I am so happy to have my Zygu because, you know, that's what's been in line for the last week. And this morning, I talked to a gentleman who I've talked to before, Sean, in Southampton, England, on the Zygu, 20 watts, 15 meters voice. So that little Zygu is a magical little radio, and I'm really lucky to have it. All right, Brian, you have a great day. Thanks for taking my check-in. I'm off to the dentist here in a little while to get my teeth cleaned and get x-rays. Kilo 6 Delta X-ray November.
Next time we see you, I will make sure that I comment on the gleam of your beautiful, clean teeth. Very cool. Yeah, 15 watts can go a long way under the right conditions. And like I was telling Larry earlier, don't be discouraged by looking at these predictive maps. Yes, right now there are no sunspots happening on the sun, but the ionosphere just doesn't die and go away. And yesterday was just stellar conditions, and sounds like today is as well. Simone, you have a wonderful day. Thanks for checking in. K6DXN, AI6US, 73. Good morning, Coffee Break Net on the W6EK Repeater. Wow, we only have 18 minutes before the top of the hour, so let's see who else is out there. I suppose at this time we still could take a few rag chews if you want, but let me know. In and outs and chews. And this is the Coffee Break Net on the W6EK Repeater. I'm going to do a quick promotion. If you are in the greater Sacramento area, just a reminder, we have a breakfast at Mel's Diner in Auburn, California, this next Saturday morning at 7:30 a.m. Usually a really big turnout. A lot of great conversations, good food, and what a great way. I know it's early in the morning, 7:30 maybe doesn't exist in your world, but I'll tell you, have a great time. Mel's Diner, Highway 49 in Auburn, California, 7:30 a.m. for the monthly breakfast. And then afterwards, at 9 a.m. in the Mel's parking lot, we are going to be meeting and doing a pre-fox hunt meeting. Doesn't matter if you've never done a fox hunt before, come on out. We have a ton of fun. Every month we do a fox hunt. And this month we are going to be, let's see, Marty, K06GXX, who is president of the Nevada Amateur Radio Club. And he is going to be the fox tender this month. So join us, and even if you've never done it before, you can ride along with one of us who do a lot of fox hunting, and just bring an HT along. You don't even need to have a license, so maybe bring that grandkid along or the neighbor who might be interested in finding a hidden radio transmitter. We have a lot of fun. That's this next Saturday, 9 a.m., Mel's parking lot on Highway 49, the original Mel's Diner, after the breakfast. And let's see, let's go ahead and see who's out there. Going to take either quick in and outs or a little more rag chew. Let me know what you want when you check in, please. I'm Brian, AI6US, and this is the Coffee Break Net.
N2DYI, quick in and out.
MSM, in and out.
Whiskey Uniform 6 Hotel, in and out.
Kilo Oscar 6, Charlie Uniform Bravo, quick in and out.
It's WZU, quick in and out. Wait, Brian.
All right, Dan, KN6WQU, in and out. And George, I think that was you. All I copied was, I think it might be Charlie Uniform Bravo, but all I caught was Uniform Bravo. Full call?
Yes, it's George, Kilo Oscar 6, Charlie Uniform Bravo, quick in and out.
All right, George, thought it sounded like your voice. Got enough of a call sign to put two and two together. For in and out, thank you. W6H, good morning, Ryan, for a quick in and out. And good morning, Marv, in 7MSM for in and out. And good morning to Patrick into DYI. Patrick, were you in and out?
I was.
And you are. Okay. Did I miss anyone?
I tried to come in on All-Star. This is Jimmy, November 6, Fox Mike Delta. We'll try RF.
W6FMD. Good morning, Jimmy. And will you be in and out?
Yeah, I'll be a quick in and out.
All right. Anybody else that I missed on this list?
W6E, Bobby.
All right, Gerry, W6E, got you on the bottom of the list there. All right, just a reminder, these are quick in and outs, just a few minutes, please. And let's check in with Patrick first, into DYI.
Hey, good morning, Brian, and everyone on the net. Hope everyone's day is doing reasonably well. All things considered, mine is okay. It started out kind of interestingly, though. I'm using Tailscale, which is a VPN service to hold some of my infrastructure together and to access some of my resources back home. And a lot of the stuff I installed 6 months ago, turns out there is a 180-day expiration date on all the devices' keys by default. So a whole bunch of stuff broke because I installed lots of stuff on the same day. And so I had to kind of scramble around and fix that. So that was fun.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering what happened. I saw your node pop up here, and it held a carrier earlier on this morning, and I was about to kick you to the curb, and you did it yourself.
Which is really interesting because I was in monitor mode. Don't know. Oh well.
Yeah, one of those mysteries of life. Well, good morning. So did you get everything? I mean, was it just re-upping, or do you have to go back and reinstall keys on all these devices?
It's mostly just re-authentication. You just type a command on a thing or click a thing if it's a Windows or a Mac. I was using mostly Linux stuff. So it was just a matter of logging in again, the keys that did expire, and then making the ones that were about to expire not expire.
Well, hopefully you were successful with that in Denver. Well, good morning to you, or good after morning to you. And anything else for the net this morning? And has New York survived?
Well, they didn't have power for most of yesterday. I get alerts every time the power goes on and off by virtue of the ubiquity access points that I have over there, and I saw it bounce up and down quite a bit in the early hours of the morning yesterday. Then it went offline sometime around 11 in the morning and stayed that way for most of the day up until I think about 6 or so at night. So, yeah, I'm sure they had a whole bunch of fun. The vertical antenna, VHF, UHF vertical antenna is still standing. I can still get to the repeaters and stuff. So that survived the wind. That's cool. And, yeah, about 18 inches of snow on the ground.
Vertical antenna will, I guess, once they report back to you how many degrees out of vertical it may be, but good to hear that it's still transmitting. Well, good afternoon to you, Patrick. Thanks for checking in this morning. And, before I let you go, any 10,000 foot, 100,000 foot on the All Nodes net last night?
was a good net. A couple of subjects came up have never actually been discussed before. One of those was the sort of proper use of emphasis curves, pre-emphasis and de-emphasis on nodes. That is a question that came up from one person, which was sort of interesting. We had discussions on clear node, which Tom fielded a lot of because I'm not a clear node guy. We had there's a clear node update, by the way. He informed us about that. And let's see, there were a couple of digital mode questions. Yeah, it was a pretty good net last night.
Well, I want to thank you and Tom for keeping that net going, and not just going, but just good activity and good information, good knowledge base for anyone interested in nodes. Thank you, Patrick.
Well, I'm personally always glad to do it. I don't always just give out knowledge. I end up learning stuff too on the net. So anyway, Brian, have a great one, and I'll say 7-3 for now. Catch you tomorrow. Well, I've just forgotten call sign. That's not good. I need sleep. 7-3, 2 DYI.
Go to sleep, Patrick. Go to sleep. Into DYI, AI6US. Hey, good morning, Marv. N7 MSM, Mr. Miyagi, are you there? All right, we will put Marv in the log close enough to 10 o'clock. And how about Ryan, W6H? Good morning.
Good morning, Brian. Chilling in Reading. had the I'm a bit of a road warrior. I started the day yesterday, going through Reno, up back into Susanville. Thought I would make it to Eureka, and it was hailing like crazy. So I said, you know what? Let's just chill in Reading.
Wow, what a roundabout. Yeah, you were going to be doing some business over on the other side of the Sierra Mountains, and I expected you to be checking in from Susanville this morning. And I don't know, it's funny, the everything that comes to mind whenever I've taken that, the east side of the Sierras up into Oregon, is the high death toll of rabbits on that road. I imagine it's not the right time of year for that, but springtime, it's like Pelt City along the road.
Oh no, there's a lot of roadkill. I mean, if you're hungry and if you're desperate enough, there's a lot of meat on the road. I saw it myself.
I saw, yeah. That's a wabbit, a wascally wabbit, wrapped around my wabbataya. Ryan, what are you going to be doing in, Reading is just stopped, so where is the in spot for today?
The in spot is home, thankfully. Just a curly Q to Eureka, and then 101 back home. So, anyway, quick in and out. That's all I got. W6H.
Thanks for checking in, Ryan, and drive safely. And we'll catch up with you later on the day, I'm sure. W6H, AI6US Coffee Break Net. And good morning to George, KO6CUB. I heard you guys had a fun snow adventure. Good morning.
Good morning, Brian. Thank you for being there. I was just sitting here drinking my coffee. I'm on the radio earlier than I've been for a while. Been mostly doing 40 years later in the day. So I thought I'd call in and say thank you, and that's about it. Quick in and out, 73 to the net.
All right, George. Well, good morning to you, and Thanks for coming to these upper bands and saying good morning. Yeah, in the mornings I'll spend a lot of time on 160, 80, and a little bit on 40, and those are fun bands. Interesting property on them. You have a wonderful day, George. KO6CUB, AI6US. And let's check in with Dan, KN6WQU.
Good morning, Brian and Net. This is KN6WQU. I've been caught in Patrick's situation once or twice with my VPN stuff. Before I had my domain name and set up with Cloudflare, I used to have to, open up, I forgot what VPN service they use, OpenVPN, I think, log in, and then I can access my, all my invoicing service and stuff like that, that I have running locally at home. Then I brought it over to the other thing, and then one day I'm like, oh, well, something's wrong with Cloudflare. It was down, so I couldn't access it that way. So then I tried to log in to OpenVPN, and sure enough, my keys expired. But that happens every year, so I know to look at that. And I'm using OpenVPN through DFSense. So I'm thinking about changing to Tailscale, or there's a couple other ones that seem to be a lot better, a little bit faster too. So there's that. Anyway, same old over here. We still have no heat. I don't know. I got another text into the company, still no response. I'm gonna have to probably call again, and it's starting to get ridiculous at this point. So I'm not sure, but yeah, just another day in the workplace. It's supposed to be raining today, but thank God I have a plan for a few garage jobs today, so we'll see how it goes. This is KN6WQ.
Well, on this HVAC split system, I believe you got the equipment, did a self-install, but the factory is working with you on these problems. Is that am I understanding that right, or did you have an HVAC company do the final on it?
Yep, basically yes. So I ran all the line sets. I installed all the the units inside the ceilings, cut all the sheetrock, and did all the dirty work. And then I had the company come out and help me hook the line sets up and make sure that they weren't leaking. And then we did all the micron level evacuations on them. And then we let the Freon go out of the unit after we made sure everything was good and no leaks. We come to find out that we didn't have enough Freon, so I had to buy more. That was like $300-something for the R32. So then that came, and then we put that in, and it's still having issues and problems. So the company all knows about this, and I just don't understand what the issue was. So we thought it was the main control board, because it seems that it doesn't trip out of anything. When it's like 73 and lower, it's fine. It doesn't trip out. But I think that's just because it's not trying to ramp up and trying to do some pressurizing stuff. Because if it's 73 and higher, it'll trip out. Trip out meaning it'll go high, high pressure on H1 compressor, high pressure, whatever it says, so that it shuts it off to protect the compressor. It's basically what it's doing.
All right, last question before I let you go. Who is standing behind the install? Is anybody in your corner, or you're trying to work with a manufacturer and a separate company who maybe they're not taking ownership? What's going on?
So this system is designed to be, air quotes, DIY installed, right? You should be able to just, pay electrician to bring over the power, you can install the units and everything yourself, and then, have a licensed, AC guy come in and install the Freon, because he's dealing with Freon, so he has to have a license for the EPA, right? So he can deal with the R32, whatever it is. I had all that. So I don't know why the company is saying that they've never seen this before and they don't know what to do, meaning the manufacturer, because the company I bought it from are like, hey, you know what? We sold you the unit. If it doesn't work, it's not on us. Call it. So that's what they did, and then that's who we've been dealing with. But they don't know which way to send us. They don't know what this problem is, and we don't know how to undo it. So I'm not quite sure what's that.
through the winter months without the heat and entering into the summer months soon, not knowing how this is going to work out. All right, Dan, good morning to you. Good morning to your family, and do have a good day. And thanks for checking in. Always a pleasure. KN6WQU, AI6US Coffee Break.
Thanks, Brian. And you know, the weird part is the AC works just fine. So when we have it in AC mode, nothing trips out. So it has something to do with this heat thing. WQ.
But of course, it's winter. Oh, man. Okay, good luck on that. Keep us updated. Good morning, Jimmy, N6FMD.
Good morning, Brian in the net. Well, I actually got a bail, so I'll be really quick in and out. I just wanted to say thank you for going over and checking on Ray for all that unfolding. I'm glad that you guys are looking out for him. So with that, I'll say 73. I got to run back out and hook up a trailer.
All right, Jimmy. Yeah, absolutely. We have a great group of people here, and the great thing is that we do watch out for each other, and we're friends. And that goes a heck of a long way. And sounds like you and Simone are having a heck of a fun time with all your activations. I keep seeing posts of your latest activation. That's pretty darn cool what you guys got going on there. N6FMD, AI6US 73. Good morning, Gerry, WA6E.
Morning, Brian. We're running you into overtime. This is WA6E. Just arrived home, so I'll make it quick. I have one piece of advice for Thomas, and that is 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Yeah, there's just a certain thing. There is something about that. Just sort through the valuables, and especially living across the country, but not bad advice there. But Ray, after that house fire up in Oregon, moved down here, and then I think he moved up into this place, about maybe 5 years ago. He has accumulated some stuff, but I don't think it's going to be overwhelming. But certainly they have a lot of sorting to do.
Yeah, I've had to do that, and a lot of the stuff that you and I think has value has emotional value, but intrinsic value is worth nothing. So it's tough to go through it, and I don't envy them that task, but they'll do it fine. So we'll plan on doing the Thursday night thing once we can figure out the time. Meanwhile, thanks for running the net. Go get your breakfast. WA6E.
Well, Smitty came on a bit ago, and Smitty indicated that it is going to be happening this Thursday, 5 p.m. at Burgers and Brew in Auburn. And I need to get the address for that place, but I know it's there on 49. So Thursday, 5 p.m., Burgers and Brew, Christina and Thomas. I'm not sure if Steve is going to be there, but we definitely will be there to support them and to reminisce about Ray. So it's going to be a fun evening of celebration. Okay, Gerry. Well, good morning to you. Thanks for checking in this morning, and thank you for everything you and Theta do for the club. And we certainly appreciate you. Comment?
Do it. Appreciate you too. Burgers and Brew, is that the one at 49 in Fulweiler?
It's near there. It is near there. We had a comment. Go ahead.
Hey, this is Thomas, KN6MJB. Yeah, the address is 13470 Lincoln Way. It's 13470 Lincoln Way. Steven is probably, most definitely going to be there. I did want to throw out something real quick. I have found a ton of pantry food that we want to donate to the church, the food bank that we've been donating to. The only problem is I don't have time to get it there. So if there's somebody out there who wouldn't mind coming and grabbing it to deliver it, I would love you forever and ever. And Gerry, what you said, that is 100% what I'm doing. Just sorting through everything of keep and get rid of, and I'm 99% sure we're just, after we get all the stuff that we want out, it's going to be a free-for-all for the got junk people.
Comments?
Go ahead, comment.
Yep, this is Kilo Golf 9 Mike. Thomas, I can assist with that. I live here in Auburn, not too far away, so I can coordinate when you want that picked up and taken over to the church for the Auburn Interfaith Food Closet.
Awesome. I'm here now until probably about noon, and we won't be here tomorrow, but yeah, we'll figure something out. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep, so I am
Frank, if you need a hand, I can help you out as well.
And I got to see Ron and Lori at noon. So today, that timeline does not work for me. But I'll get your number or Christina's number and work on it. Hopefully another time that works.
Okay, very good. And Bob, N6 EMS came in there. So yeah, let's go ahead and right after the net, if we can hang around, guys, for a little bit, we will coordinate something here. By the way, I just wanted to point out the address you gave me is coming up for Brewster's Burgers. So I just wanted to make sure where we were going to be meeting.
Yeah, I think they changed the name of it or something. I don't know. That's the burger place that we had done a couple of nights before the VE sessions, correct?
Yeah, that's Brewster's Burger. Brewster's Burger is where we've met several times before. Burgers and Brew, I'm going to have to look that one up myself. But yeah, let's get clarification on that, and then we'll put the information out. But yeah, 13470 is Brewster's Burger.
Well, then I probably was mistaken on the name, but yeah, the Brewster's Burger, that address, that's the place that we had in our brain when we were talking about it, the one that's connected to that pizza shop. Also, that way, if you don't like burgers, you can grab a pizza or something. But that is the location, and I'm 99% sure that is what Smitty put on, or is putting on the Facebook thing when him and I talked earlier. So my bad, I called it the wrong thing. K6 MJP.
No, that's what he called it as well. So yeah, we better follow up with Smitty. All right. Hey, very good. Let's see. Let's hang around after the net is over, and then we'll come up with a solution to get those foods over to the food pantry. Absolutely, we'd be more than happy to help you on that. All right, Gerry. Anything else for the net? All right, I think Gerry went inside. Okay, with that, I'm just going to go ahead and close up the net for this morning. Today is Tuesday, and it has been February 24th so far up to this time. We will be back again tomorrow morning for another round of the Coffee Break Net. But before we do that, for the log-only check-ins, come now.
KI6LLP.
Foxtrot Papa, KB7 EFP, Cannon Twin Falls.
KI6JC.
N6WYZ.
KX, Sacramento.
Kilo Oscar, Kilo Bravo, Quebec.
Sierra Yankee, K6BSY.
KB6ED.
AI6LZ.
Kilo Delta.
Echo Lima Zulu.
All right, I'm going to start cleaning up this mess right now. Okay, I got a ELZ. Is that you, Herbert? Full call, please.
KO6 Echo Lima Zulu.
All right, KO6 ELZ. Good morning, Herbert. You are in the log. Good morning, Bert. AI6LZ. You are in the log as well. Good morning to Ed. KB6ED. You are in the log. And good morning to Frank. KG9M. You are in the log this morning. Good morning to Jeff. K6BSY. Jeff, you're in the log. And good morning to Sam in Denver. K4LGI. Good morning to Sam. I got a Yankee Zulu. Full call.
November 6, Whiskey Yankee Zulu.
All right, and that is Roy. N6WYZ. Good morning to you there. Got you in the log, Roy. And KI6TC. Good morning to Glenn. And good morning, Kin. KB7DFP. What's for lunch?
Going with eggs, cheese, and toast.
How are those eggs prepared?
Steamed eggs.
Okay. Over easy, soaking into the toast. Okay, I can go with that. Have a great day, Ken. And KI6LOP. Good morning, Russ. Who did I miss?
H6 Kilo Oscar 6 Echo Bravo Quebec. KO6 HKT.
Kilo Delta 6 Hotel Oscar November.
KO6 LMZ.
Hey, good morning, Dan. Kilo Oscar 6 Lima Mike Zulu. Good morning to you. You are in the log. And KD6HON. My gosh. Find that microphone gain. Oh, you are screaming hot to the point where, yeah, my earphones are smoking. KD6HON, Joe got you in the log. Good morning, Colin, KO6HKT. And good morning to Stephen, KO6EBQ. I know there was one or two others in there that I might have missed.
KG6PIX.
Alpha Juliet 6, Oscar Romeo.
All right, good morning, Evan, AJ6OR, and good morning to Max. KG6PI. Did I get that right? KG6PIX? Something doesn't sound right there, Max.
Yeah, you got that right. I switched back to my old call sign a while back, so you did get that right. I feel like a new person and an old person at the same time fixing it back. KG6PIX 73, Brian.
Max, you're just keeping my gray matter sharp there. Got it. I knew something didn't sound right, but yes, you did go back to your old call. Thank you very much for checking in this morning. All right, this will be last call for the log for the Coffee Break Net. And with that, we'll just go ahead and close things up for today, and we'll be back again tomorrow, the Coffee Break Net, where the sun is always shining, the birds are singing, and the fish are jumping. This net sponsored by the Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club, and I'm Brian AI6US, and I'll be your net control host and conversation facilitator again tomorrow. But everyone, have a wonderful day ahead. Always a pleasure to have some great conversations with you in the mornings, and I really appreciate everyone being part of a wonderful community. With that, I'll catch everybody again tomorrow. This is Brian AI6US returning the W6EK repeater back to normal usage, whatever that may be. 7-3, everyone.
Sorry, Brian. I might have been chewing on the mic a little bit.
Chewing or swallowed it? Yeah, that was super distorted. I could barely, all I heard was H-O-N. All right, good morning to you. Hey, Thomas, KM6MJB, are you still there?